Hey there, this is Michael again with Painters Online Blueprint. Going to try a couple different things here, make sure that we get the best audio and the best information possible here. I'm going to try a few things, make sure that we're not scratching on this microphone, as well as we'll try to make this interesting. I know sometimes I can sound like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. But hopefully everyone has already got to the point to where they have got their domain, they've got their hosting, and at least you should be to this point where you're at least looking for a template. If you want to go WordPress, or you're looking on for a template for websites, and then themes, for WordPress. So let's get right into this. So hopefully, if you don't have that done, go back, ask some questions in the forum. If you don't know what's, you got some questions or something, you get stuck on something, but at least get to that point here, and then once you're right there, let's talk about getting all set up on this. So pretty much and we're just going to kind of go back and forth here again. Pretty much with themes, like I say, you can pay some money for it if you want a real professional one. Honestly, if this is your livelihood, and if you can kind of add this type of budget into your jobs and things like that, then I would go ahead and pay for a nice one. All the time you can find real cheap ones, even free ones. I did look a little bit on here. My original plan was just to go ahead and just take one that I already had on here. Didn't really like it. I didn't think it was necessary for a contractor for any sense, especially like a painting contractor. So looked around, and I did notice that there's not a lot of options for WordPress themes for contractors in general. So maybe that's something that we need to look at, and if you guys have been looking at it before, let me know. That's something I'd like to look into a little bit more. So pretty much I just looked online, got a free template. I don't remember the site necessarily. Pretty much Ink Themes, I guess. Inkthemes.com is what it says. Just go on there, look for one that looks pretty good, looks pretty sharp. I'm not saying that this website that I'm picking is the best that you could possibly pick, and this is the way you should go and everything. All businesses are differently set up, and probably your websites are going to look a little different than this. But just to make it easy, just to do it so we can show you how to do it, the one I picked is just a local business website. So pretty much what you're going to do is just search for your template, and however you download it, it's got to download into a zip file. And once it downloads to a zip file, literally it's as easy as this. Go to Install Themes. By the way, this is an appearance. If you go into your WordPress, log into your WordPress here, which you should be set up if you're to that point. And what you can do is manage themes, which is going to get you into the door of the themes that's already installed there. And then you can install, you can go a couple different ways, but obviously you want to upload if you bought one or you just got one for free. And pretty much you can just drop the zip file right there, and it does it for you. It's pretty amazing. So I picked this one, this local press here. Nothing too special about it really, but look at the cool things that you can change here. And this is what makes it real nice. If we're talking SEO specifically, we just got some information about the website there, which all the stuff you can change, but your title and tagline, obviously your tagline, you want to change that. You want SEO it a little bit. Colors, background image, so you can actually, obviously you can change that car, make it into like your crew or your shop or something like that. And then you can change your pages, so the way that it kind of looks here, you can go from like latest post to a static page, and you got to play around with it. But you can make those pages on WordPress, and at some point we'll show you how to do that too. But and then you can kind of choose what you want on there. But then while you're in WordPress, and this is kind of just explaining how to do this and why I really like it this much, is you can go into customization, and I guess that's the same stuff right there. But you can go into widgets or menus, how you're going to set up the menus, theme options, see what the options are. Custom logo, which I'm going to show you how to make your custom logo or buy it very cheaply. Favicon is one of those things that if you look up at the URL in the address box, sometimes there's a picture there that they'll have like a logo or something like that, but that's what that is. I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but look for it. It's there on certain sites. So you can just put different information in. Like I said, this is just basic, just fill in the blank type of stuff. And what I'm going to try to do is just try to do this a little bit, try to set it up, and I'm not going to get too crazy on it, but I want to set it up to a certain point where you can see how easy it is to do. So at this point, this is where the website's at. It's completely and totally the template. So to explain a little bit more that's just kind of the build it site, and just show you how easy it is to build it. There's also things what they call plugins, and these are just essentially add-ons or just little apps or something that will work in it. Two that are pretty cool that I've tried before, and one I kind of constantly use is SEO by Yoast. Now, this is the one that I've just kind of used, and I've just kind of kept it. Obviously, test those out, see which one works well for you. But I do know Yoast gets you in line with all your tags and all stuff. It makes it so easy; it almost just takes over your whole template, and it makes it extremely easy to SEO everything. And then Inbound Writer, which is an interesting one. If I always suggest a blog, for it doesn't matter what you're in. If you're a painting contractor, or if you're a library, or if you're an accountant, whatever it is, I think blogging is one of the best things you can do. You can start to get social recognition for it, authorship, which is huge in rankings with Google. It's just a really good thing. What Inbound Writer does, it actually helps you with the SEO of actually writing content. There's just certain parts of titles and first part of sentence or first part of paragraphs and things like that. There's just certain rules that are just good practice, and this will do a lot of it for you. Now, these things can grade pretty hard, so don't beat yourself up and just take forever. There's a certain point where you just got to get content out there, and I don't think there's anything wrong with just I believe in being genuine. So don't just get crazy on SEO and just think writing for SEO. I think you gotta just bring what you have to the table and just kind of work this stuff in. And then, of course, I said, excuse me. Sorry about that. The plugin, so also you can just add them as needed. There's a lot of good ones on there that you can get. So pages to add, pretty much on WordPress, it's pretty cut and simple. You'll go straight to your dashboard here, and then you can go to pages and then add new. Literally, this is all it takes. If you guys ever done, guys or gals ever done any type of coding or any of the old HTML or anything like this, is insane that you can do this so easily. type your title, which is going to be your title tag, and you can do descriptions. You can also put different media, different apps and things in there. If you want like content pages or contact pages and different things like that. So that's pretty much all it takes. You can make it about us, and really the best way to do it. Maybe neat if I'll try to maybe show something like this, but you can do a title here, and you can look on your plugins, and you can look for a contact page, and then you just drop it right in there, the information that they give you, and it'll make this contact page, and you don't have to do anything for it. So really, really neat. I have to go through it step by step a little bit. So pages to add when you're adding. Obviously, you want your home page. It's always good to have an about us or about me, just giving information and kind of just being right out there. Contact, it's always good to just do contact, even though you're going to have a lot of your information on all pages, hopefully, including your phone number and your address if you're trying to get local business. Blog, of course, I'm just talking about blog. We'll talk a lot more about blogging. Gallery and testimonials. You just really want to take advantage of having those, just those social cues of having a good reputation. You know, that's huge. You know, especially for somebody that's going to be looking for you online. They're wanting to see good reviews. So content and copyright, and that's a lot of questions that are asked. What the heck do I write on all these pages? And really, you just want to fill some information. This depends on how your website's set up. Just fill out information about your business. You know, say it's your front page. Just remember, good on-site SEO. There's some really good web graders and things like that. I think I put in some other material, but you know, you can easily check your on-site and how you're doing on things like that. So just try to think about that, and we're going to go into that. I've got a video that I'm going to do on-site that's going to cover that whole thing. Keywords, use them within your document and use them kind of correctly. Make sure you're not keyword stuffing. You're just putting keywords in there just to rank for them. And all that stuff, keywords and on-site stuff, I'm going to be doing videos on that. So just kind of try to get content in there and come back. I mean, it's just going to be a work of progress. And then, of course, blog. Call to action. Phone number quickly visible in multiple places of targeting geographical area. Then add your local address. Email and contact forms. Constantly test your actions. So, no, I just read through that. Let's take a look at, I just popped this up just for fun. And in the St. Louis area, I just looked up plumbers in the St. Louis area. Pretty nice website. Obviously, they're ranking well. So looking at, you look at these types of websites and they're doing something right. But if you see, they've got instant call to action. They've got contact us with all your plumbing needs. They've got their social media. We're going to talk a little bit more about that soon. And then their phone number, their address, and then they've got some examples of their work. I guess that they do commercial and looks like maybe possibly residential. So calls to action, and that's really important because what you want to do, you don't want to just have a pretty site that's, hey, all about me type of thing. You want it to be able to say, hey, you know, they want to be able to learn from it. So authorship with Google, becoming a a guru essentially in that type of field. But you want to be able to say, hey, if you want to learn more, here's how you can do it. Here's how you can get a hold of me. So kind of like we looked at that website, it does have social media above the fold, and what they kind of talk about above the fold is, you know, it's just like the newspaper. It's the website is, you know, if you got to scroll down anymore, there's certain percentage, they say, that doesn't even scroll down on websites. So you're wanting to have it up there. You're wanting to have it visible. And that's one of the biggest things right now is social reputation is a huge factor in SEO. And to me, it hasn't been proven 100%, but you think about Google Pluses on Google. Do you think they would have to weigh those pretty heavily? The things like Facebook likes, Facebook and Twitter shares, any of that type of stuff, having different circles in your Google Plus, having your Google business, places for business set up, all that stuff is showing that you are who you are and you run a legitimate business, and if you can show some reviews and things like that, I think that's really where it's going. The social factor has got to be in it. Just overall, be active. Use tools to help. We're going to go over SEO in another video too. I almost hate saying that, so many times, but we've got a video that's going to show you. We've got some tools and things that you can use to try to manage all your time and everything. So next, what you want to do is Google Analytics and Webmaster Tools. Now, this is stuff that is going to be important overall in keeping track of your traffic and your backlink info. This actually gives you a really good idea of kind of what's going on with your website, all kinds of information. It also will help you about crawl errors that Google has. They'll actually report it on here and tell you. And I remember I had one a couple months ago, something popped up, and they actually sent me an email for it, and I was able to take care of it. And sometimes it's just, a site's just doesn't have a period or something that just messes the code up, and it can be easy, but if they can't crawl it, they can't rank it. So what you're going to do is when you set up for Google Analytics, pretty much you're just going to put your information in there, and it's going to give you a tracking code. The way that you're going to put it in the tracking code, just follow the directions essentially. I believe it goes in your header part, and you can't see it or anything like that, but I believe it's added to your header. WordPress, you can do it off of your main files. What's kind of neat is on this one, so with the theme that I used, let me see here, you can actually set your tracking code right there, and you don't even have to mess with the code at all. So let's try to do that. So here's all the information here just to look at your Google Analytics. This is what you're getting. This is going to be the one that I've got for cowboypainters.com. You got your dashboard. Most of this is just telling you some information about the website. You've got your visits, and you can do it for hourly, day, week, or month. A little bit lower, you've got visitors, breaks it down on duration that they stayed there, your bounce rate, page views, percentage of new visits. I mean, this is just your dashboard, all this information that you're getting from territory or country, city, different browsers that they're using, service providers that they're using. What's kind of neat is I do too is when I'm trying to look at rankings, I'll actually look at this and I'll know a certain browser I may use, or at least I know the general area and the operating system and all this other stuff, so I can almost search myself out, and I can know that, okay, part of that came from where I live, and I can take that out and say, okay, well, here's my actual traffic. Hopefully that's not too confusing, but just listen to it again, and it works well. Like I say, demographics, interests, geo behavior. There's all these crazy things that you can do. So I'm going to try to put the code in. Traffic. Any problems here? Okay, we're back here. So where you're going to find it at, once you get into your analytics, pretty much once you set it up, you're going to get a tracking code. If you lose it, which it looks like I just did, is you go in your admin section here, and then you can go into tracking info, and then you can find your tracking code. And let's just take this whole thing right here. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and put that in. We're going to put that in this, which is going to be changing the options on the template. Let's go back. Okay. Okay, so now we got the analytics set up on the website. So now what you can do is give it a little bit of time. You come back and you look on your analytics, and you can look at the traffic, the different information that's on there. And just as well, I know I'm talking a lot about Google, and I kind of do. It does have a large share of the business. But also, think about doing Yahoo being, you can also even get a YouTube analytics or any type of those social analytics. So if you're interested in it, look for analytics so then you can measure whatever you're doing. And also what you want to do is help get it indexed is just go ahead and submit it to the search engines. Pretty much, so I don't get this all linky and everything, you can just go on wherever and search for, submit your website to Google, submit your website to Yahoo. And I put Yahoo on there twice there. I actually meant ask.com. So just whatever you're kind of into, just do the main ones, and I think you're going to be okay. So works in progress. Pretty much, website takes a long time to get it done, just from starting and then getting all the way down to getting it done and starting bringing customers with it. So if you're making the jump of wanting to try to do this, you got to make the goal of every day to work on it until the site is customer ready, and that is links working well, call to action, got your social media up there, you got social media going, but don't spend too much time just faddling around on your site. Just make it good enough, I guess, to a certain point. Don't make it sloppy, don't make it bad, but you got to get it on there, and you got to start trying to get customers with it. But get help where you need to, and things like that, and get it done. So also, like I say, we're going to have some other videos after this. Just come back to your site and kind of tweak things out. I think you got to come to SEO anymore with kind of an honest view, and it's good to just type things out, but come back and look at your keywords and different things like that, and kind of optimize a little bit better. And also, if you got questions or anything like that, let us know. And if you like the video, please like it. If it's been helpful for you at all. So, thanks for listening, and looking forward to the next blog.